Hello, what's up to my charms and charmings? Welcome back to another episode of the Jackie Char Show. It's your girl Jackie Char.
And it's your girl Terry.
And first of all, let's clap it up right now because this is her first video with me by ourselves. Like, I really have to convince her. Okay. But you can tell by the title, today I'm letting my little sister teach me how to bake because I know how to cook, but I'm not really big on baking, as you can, like, if you didn't watch my last cooking video, not the cooking vlog, the actual cooking video, I'll just link it somewhere. I'm not that great in baking. So I'm gonna ask her to teach me and see if I can follow her instructions because she's an actual baker. Her name is Terri D's. I'm gonna put her website right here below. Go check it out. Yes, support my sister, period. And we're gonna get into this video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Actually, you should subscribe. If you are still watching and have not subscribed, go hit it right now. And then put your little mouse over, your finger over, whatever device you're using, and hit the bell so that you can notify when I post another video. And that's anything else you have to say?
Let's get into it.
Oh, well, period. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to be in the title or not. I usually tell y'all if y'all forgot, but I don't think I'm gonna put this in the title. So with that being said, what we're making today is going to be a brookie. So if you don't know what a brookie is a brownie slash cookie. You can either put it together, like, you know, intertwine it, or you can make two separate layers, which I think we're going to do today.
Yeah.
So this is going to be made from scratch. So we're going to try to make it from scratch, except for the brownie, just to save time because it's 11:24 right now, and we just wanted to make this brookie that we were talking about in the last video. So yeah, so that's the only thing that's not made from scratch. The cookie made from scratch, and she knows how to. Cause don't play with Big TJ, not the little one. She knows how to make it from scratch, but we're just not gonna do that in this video.
And I'm so ready to do it.
So yeah, so she's gonna explain the ingredients because she can tell you better than I can.
Okay, so for this recipe, you will need, of course, we said we're doing the box. So you could have a box brownie. You can do any brand. We are doing Betty Crocker. You will need, well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna stay with this. For this, all you need is water. You need some vegetable oil. We don't have vegetable oil, but if you want, you can substitute vegetable oil with butter, or, you know, vice versa. So you're gonna need 2 sticks of butter.
Hey, Martha Stewart.
You're gonna need light brown sugar. We are using Domino. Pure baking soda.
Arm & Hammer.
You need 3 eggs, 1 for the brownie mix, 2 for the cookie.
Kroger brand.
You need your flour.
I don't remember. It's okay.
Right, thank you.
Spam. This
is Pam, not Spam.
Pam I am.
Pam is the, you know, the spray canola oil. Of course, this is so far back. Of course, you need some sugar to make it sweet. Okay, this is a caramel loaf. This is Canby brand. You can use either a caramel loaf, you can use caramel syrup, you use like the caramel bits, any type of caramel that you want to use, you can use that for the topping of your brookie. Then of course you need measuring tools. This is our cups and the spoons. Thank you. This is what we'll be using. This is a 9x13 pan. This is metal. I'm not gonna lift this up, but I'm not gonna lift that up, that's heavy. I have a KitchenAid mixer over here, and I thought I already said this, but I think I missed it.
But you picked it up and put it back down.
Yeah, I picked it up and put it back down. You're gonna need pure vanilla. So That's all. That's not from Dollar General.
It look like it because I'm not a brand.
That's from Sam's Club.
Ooh.
So that is the ingredients that you'll be needing for the brookie. So now we're going to get started.
Okay, so first we're going to start by washing our hands because you always want to cook in a good hygienic area. So you always want to make sure that you clean your kitchen and then clean your hands as well, because good hygiene is important.
Okay, so let's wash our hands. Okay, so we're gonna start with the brownie because the brownie is our bottom layer. So let's get started. The brownie is gonna be real simple.
Yeah, I'm looking so nervous because I feel like I'm about to mess it up.
Okay, so with this brownie pack, they starting to do this with a lot of the brownies.
They started doing.
It's the brownie mix. And then what flavor you have, they'll give you a pack of syrup. So like this is chocolate syrup, and I had one that had a pack of caramel syrup. So this is the chocolate syrup to make it your classic brownie. They're just putting it differently. So I guess it's if you want it or not. So Charmaine is sorry. Jackie Char is saying
Don't say my whole government.
Depending on when we make it, we'll see if we add this chocolate syrup. But let's start off by preheating our oven because you don't want to have it done and then you have to wait on the oven. So go ahead and set that.
Who are you talking to?
To you, to 350.
Who's she talking to? It's the Jackie Char show.
But if I'm not mistaken, you have Terri D on here trying to teach you how to bake, right? Yeah, that was that.
Exactly.
Isn't that what the title says?
Isn't that what that?
Yeah, okay. Oh, just cut that out. No, you want to talk your stuff.
Alright, what you say? Put it on
350. Okay, so before you preheat your oven, this is a warning to any of the young people that might be baking with us. You want to make sure you take anything out your oven. So if you have any pots, pans, anything in there that just is in there just to be in there, you need to make sure that you take it out so that when you heat it up and it's time to put something in that won't be in there, baking, getting hot, because then when you have to remove it, then of course it'll be hot for you to take out. So you want to make sure you remove everything and preheat it to the temperature that you have to. Your designated temperature is what I'm trying to say. Thank you.
If you are under the age of 13, please be supervised while doing this.
Okay, so I just put the oven on 350, if you can hear it humming in the background. And once again, I want to reiterate, because I have a lot of young charms and charmings, and I know for a fact that you guys are watching this. So please ask your mama or your dad to help you if you're trying to, use the stove, the oven, knives, anything that you see us using in the kitchen. Please ask first, because you're not going to blame me for messing up.
It's not about blame. We don't want you to hurt yourself.
Well, that too. But the young charms and charmings that I have following me, I know you guys. I said I know y'all guys. I know you guys personally. So let's not do that. Yeah.
Okay, so now that the oven is warming up, we're going to start with our brownie mix. So what we're going to have you do, the brownie is going to be real simple. Open this, dump it in the mixer. If you want, so I won't block, you can come up here and show up close and personal, because we're about to get in the nitty gritty.
I don't want it to bust anyway. Just give me a knife or something. Put all in?
Yes, pour everything in there.
I'm just seeing. It's like very chocolatey. Oh!
So as you can see, if you have a little trouble opening the bag, you can always use a knife to cut it all the way through, enough so you can pour it out without using your hands to open it, so the pressure won't make it explode.
That was very passive aggressive.
Okay, so pass me the trash of the bag.
Oh, good.
And we always talk about a clean environment, so what we're gonna do before we move on is we're gonna clean the powder off the counter.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dump that in there.
And as you can see, sometimes it gets a little bit messy, but what we do is we clean it up and keep going. Yes, so while she's cleaning that up, the next step for this is you're going to need 3 tablespoons of water, 1 egg, and then we're going to be using the butter, which is the 5 tablespoons and 1/3 of a tablespoon. So that's the ingredients that you need next. So while she's cleaning up, if you are baking along with us, you can go ahead and grab those. So I'm really just waiting on her to, you know, finish cleaning up, and we're going to move to the next step.
All right, guys, so we are back from our little intermission of me cleaning my mess. So what's next?
Okay, so we have just the brownie mix, like the powder in there. So next, next what we're going to do is we're going to add the chocolate syrup pack in there. Just pour it in there.
Oh. Ugh.
And try to get it all out, you know, squeeze it. Okay, so that was the oven. So now the oven is ready. So whenever we are ready to put the thing in, we don't have to wait. We can just go ahead and put it in. So next, you will need 3 tablespoons of water. So that's where you get your measuring spoon. And okay, so the tablespoon is the biggest one. Well, actually, let me not say that because I don't know how your spoons are. But the tablespoon is the bigger spoon. So you need 3 tablespoons of water. So go ahead and do that. 3. Now because our sink is next to our thing, she can just easily put it over. But if it's easier, you can measure the water, put it in a cup, and then take it to your mixer and pour it in. But we're going to be just taking it, transferring it straight from the spoon 3 times. I said 3 times. 3 times. Okay, so we just added the water in. So now the last ingredient, it's 2 more ingredients that you need to put in here. So
they don't
first,
like that.
you put in 1 egg, just 1. The other eggs are for the cookie. So now that she has the egg in, she's going to go to whey. So as I said, the recipe calls for 1/3 of vegetable oil. We do not have any vegetable oils, but we have the butter. And it has measurements on here. And it says that 1/3 cup equals 5 1/3 tablespoons. So when you do it like that, you just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1/3 of the tablespoon.
Yes, I did the 1/3. I just make sure.
Okay.
No, because we got it in the pack.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so now that everything is in there, we have the powder, the chocolate syrup, water, egg, and the butter replacing the vegetable oil. Once you come back, you're going to lift up the kitchen egg. And then you're going to turn on medium speed. You could turn it on low first and then pick it up like gradually. And we're going to mix it until it's well combined. Go ahead.
I just don't want to. I didn't know you were still talking about it.
Go ahead.
I don't know how to.
Okay, so you're just gonna keep it going until it's well mixed and all the ingredients you see is just like all turned into one. So that's probably gonna take like a minute and a half. It really can, like, if you speed it up, it depends on how you want to do it. You can have it on low speed, medium speed, high speed. She just picked it up a notch, so now it's going, excuse me. Now because this is kind of thick, you want everything mixed in. So what you take is a rubber spatula, which I just added. This was not in the beginning, so you have to take your time to go get it. You need a rubber spatula, and what we're going to do is we're going to stop it. And you're going to take this and scrape down the sides so that that can be incorporated into the other mix.
What is this thing?
Yeah, so you can either do that or, let me see. You could take it and do it like this. And then what I do is take it and add it onto that because it's just gonna drop down and push it out like that. Okay, so now you can kick back the mix. Okay, so it is not fully incorporated, but it's good enough. So what we're gonna do, you could drop it, untwist the whisk.
I can't undo it. Oh wait, hold on, here we go.
Okay, so he has it. Okay, take the bowl off. Keep the whisk like kinda in the bowl. Okay, so as I said, it's not all the way mixed. Sorry, it's not all the way mixed, but it's majority of it is mixed. So what you're gonna do is pass me the rubber spatula. You're gonna need the rubber spatula again. This is gonna be your best friend. You take it, and you try to get as much as you can off. Now, some people say like this is too much work, or you know, things, and because we put the egg in here, I'm not gonna taste it, but you know, some people, you know, it's your choice. Now you can rinse this off. And so while she's rinsing that off, all I'm doing here is taking it without the mix, because sometimes the mixer can't get everything, and I'm just incorporating it all in together myself with my rubber spatula. Okay, so now that we incorporated the rest with our rubber spatula, excuse me, we're going to transfer the brownie mix into this pan. Now this says an 8. The box says 8 by 8 pan, but I'm going to do a 9 by 13 pan because we are doing not just brownies, but a brookie. I want to put it in the pan and it overflows. So what we're going to do, well, what Charmaine's going to do,
With Jackie Char.
you take the pan. Now you can either use pan, you can use wax paper, you can use butter, but because Sam's Club sent me 2 for free, we're going to use this. So you take the pan and spray the thing. Now you want to get the middle part as well as the sides so that it won't stick.
She's saying,
Get what as well as what?
Get the bottom as well as the
Stop talking
sides.
like that. She's so fake. And she act like y'all have not heard her talk normal in the other videos. Like, this is not your first time like on here. That's generous.
Because I bake, as we said earlier, I have 2. So what I do is make it, you know, Spread it out, make it even.
So like this. It is so hot in this kitchen.
It is because we have the oven on. So now what we're gonna do is, now the brownie is not gonna fill this whole thing, and if it does, it's gonna be real thin, because again, this is for an 8x8 and this is 9x13. So what we're gonna do is you could pull it in. We're gonna put the mix in so we can empty our bowl to start on the cookie part.
That's big.
Now, if you don't like your brownies thick and you like yours more like cake-like, and that's like the lighter brownie, you can add another egg. But I like my brownie personally a little like crunch. What's wrong? I like mine a little bit more crunch and a little bit like, can I say crispy?
Can you?
Yeah, no, I'm saying like, is that the right word?
Yeah.
Like more crispy. I don't really
Not
like
crunchy, but
yeah, but
like,
not the cakey like. You don't have to come up close on this because it's probably not going to fill out the whole thing.
Y'all, so we're gonna do this off camera. We're gonna mix a whole nother. She has another brownie mix back there, because looking at it, this is not gonna fill up everything. So we're just gonna come back after we make the other brownie mix. Okay, so we just came back from our second intermission. So Terri, I'm not gonna lie, say it like I did it. Terri just made the second batch, so it looks better. So you know, come here, come a little closer, follow us. So yeah, this is what it looks like with two. I'm not gonna mix it too much. So don't try to get on our blending skills. It's lumpity bumpity right now because the second brownie mix that she used had walnuts inside of it.
Yes, it was Ghirardelli brand. So it's caramel walnuts. It's like a turtle mix, and so we have the caramel on the side because I'm gonna use that with the candy to drizzle on top. And so we left the walnuts in there because it was too much to take itty bitty walnuts out. So that's the oven again. We had to turn it off. Turn it off. It didn't turn it back on. So we have our brownie. Now it's time to go to the cookie, which is homemade. I have my recipe that I use. Okay, so I found my phone with the recipe on it. So we're gonna start with our homemade cookie. Now this is a chocolate chip cookie, but what we're gonna do, because it's a brookie and already has, you know, the brownie, which is chocolate, we're not gonna do it with the chocolate chip, but we're gonna use the base of the cookie. So we need 1 cup of butter, salt, and that's this.
She said salt too.
Yeah, this is a 1/2 cup. So go ahead and put that in there. It's really hot in here because the oven is on, so it's going to, you know, with my hands and how hot it is, this is going to get room temperature. It's already soft, like I'm soft. I'm able to, you know, squeeze it and stuff, so that's good. So you can go ahead and add this one in, it'll be fine. And then we need 1 cup of white sugar. So, you know, we have this. Okay, you know how I said you have the spoons and you have the cups. This is a cup right here. This is the cup. Jackie Char, push me up to the camera. So this is the cup. We're gonna fill it with sugar. Well, she's gonna fill it. I will keep saying we. Okay, so we're done with the sugar, so I'm putting it up. Put the sugar in. So now we need 1 cup of packed brown sugar. So you're gonna use the same. Okay, that was her brookie dance. So now this is light brown sugar. This just says brown sugar. Now I do bake, but I really don't know. I really don't know the difference between light, dark, and all of that. Okay, but it says packed. So what that means is you put it in there and you push it down so it can, you know, compress it. So
In a cup?
Yes, in the cup. So You go ahead and pour a lot in there and then press it down. That's probably gonna be 1 cup or a little bit under.
You don't.
Okay, so now she's dumping the packed brown sugar into the thing. So, what you can do while you're over there before you move on, you put the whisk in. You just do the opposite if I take it out. Okay. So we have the 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks. We have the 1 cup of white sugar, and we just added in the 1 cup of packed brown sugar. So now we're going to need 2 eggs. She's adding in the 2 eggs. After the 2 eggs, I'm gonna wait till she do the 2 eggs because this part can get a little like doing too much, because that's what I thought I was making. So, you'll need a cup for this part. I know I keep adding like the little stuff because you don't think about that stuff until you actually have to do it. So, good. So the next part, you're gonna, well, you know what? We'll do the vanilla extract first because that's quick and simple. You only need two teaspoons. And teaspoons, not tablespoons, so that'll be this one. I'll go that way, go to the switch. 2. And this is just a tip, advice, and suggestion. You don't have to do it. I don't do it over the sink. I just do it over the bowl that is going in. And if some extra fall in, it's fine.
Try that.
It's just because they're trying to carry it over. It's different when doing it with water.
I have seen it.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Okay, so for this part, you need 2 teaspoons of hot water and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So you're gonna want to turn your sink on and put it on the hot setting. This is where you're gonna get your cup of water because you have to mix the 2 teaspoons of hot water with the teaspoon of baking soda until, you know, it's well combined and it'll be like white water, basically. That's hot, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, you will turn off the water. I know that's the smallest cup we have.
Yeah,
that's fine. Okay, so you're gonna want to dry this, you know, as much as possible because you don't want to put it in the powder and it starts sticking. Okay, so you only need 1 teaspoon of this. You know how to use this part, right? No, I'm saying that because my friend in culinary, she did it and ripped the box. Alright, just wait on her to pour it. Okay. That's the teaspoon. Okay, that is a teaspoon. Okay, so you go ahead, pour that in there, and mix it up.
You don't use
You could use that to mix it up. So while she's doing that, the next I have this from our recipe, the recipe. It says a half teaspoon of salt, but since we use butter that contains salt already, we don't need to use salt because then that would make your cookies salty and we don't want that. So we're gonna skip the salt. And now, okay, you can pour that in there.
And the kitchen will still feel like it's stir fry. And the kitchen will still feel like.
Alright, you can pour that in there.
And my ass, I was trying to get it like a stomach.
Okay, so after this, you only need 1 more ingredient.
You said pour it in, right?
Pour it in, 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 pour it in. So we have 1 last ingredient, and that is flour. Now the recipe calls for 3 cups of flour. I already did the measurements for offhand because flour, me measuring flour can get a little bit messy. Yes, I'm done with that. So I did it beforehand so we could clean it off, so we could just pour it in there. After she dumps that in, we're going to do the mixer on low because it's so much flour in there. Actually, did you dump everything in there yet? No. Okay, just do half because the flour will start going in the air. So do it on low mix. Well, first, before you do it on low mix, you have to lift that up.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I was just telling her to come up so they can see what it should look like first. So this is what it should look like before mixing this time. Because we showed them the other one, so I have to show them this one. Consistency is key. Alright.
Go ahead, right, do it on low. I don't know if it's going. You're fine. You can turn it just a little bit. Alright, now stop it and you can pour the rest in because now it's kind of, you know. Stop.
Alright. Then back that up since you're gonna be so close.
Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has them days. Everybody
Terri, what? Hannah Montana was not a mumble rapper, so please do not do that.
Okay, you can go ahead, low mix first, and then turn it on high. So while that is mixing, this is really it. We're going, after this, we're going to put it in, pop it. Oh, we have to do the caramel topping. So, but as you can see, we have been doing a lot of breaks, but this is not hard. You make your brownie, you make your cookie, and that's it. Yes, that's it. Cooking with Terri D's on the show with Jackie Char. We got to get it best because you know we best by far. So
Don't stop finishing.
So yeah.
Is your mouth moving?
Oh yes, like I was just rapping good. Okay, and this recipe is actually for like cookie.
Okay, butter. I'm trying to butter.
This recipe is actually for like cookie, so I can like separate them and you know make actual cookies. This is not the brownie thing, so I don't know how much it's gonna make. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on top, and then if I have some left over, I'll wrap it up for later. We'll actually make cookies. So yay! But we'll see, cause sometimes I might like overestimate, underestimate, and then we have to use the whole thing. So we'll see when that happens. We're just waiting for everything to get well combined.
So this is what it should look like.
So it's just like your ordinary cookie dough. And remember,
This
this
doesn't
is
have the chocolate chips.
chocolate chip cookies,
But
no chocolate chip.
you can add the chocolate chips if you want it.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do again? Now cookies spread, brownies rise. That's how I remember it. Again, my hands are washed. You do it like that. Spread it out like that. If you do this. So you just take it, like I was saying, and just place it because. Again, like you know when you're making cookies, if you ever made cookies in the oven, they spread like they, you know, you do the little ball and they spread as they cook. So you can come a little closer so you can see what we're doing if you're a visual person. What they call them, visual learners. Yes. So you're gonna just take. Can you see inside the pan?
Yes.
Okay. You're gonna just take little clumps of it. And
I'm just doing it like on my hands anyway. I don't know. I'm not
yeah, you could take it and place it on there.
So she's putting that in the oven because we were using the lower oven, so you might not be able to see us putting it in the oven, but literally we're just putting it in the oven. That's what I'm talking right now. She's putting it in the oven right now. I don't know what's supposed to be in there. But
Okay, so
I'll let her say.
I'm gonna put it in for 10 minutes and you can check as you go. So sometimes it'll take like 9 minutes, 10 minutes. Sometimes it'll even take 15 minutes. What you have to do is watch as you bake. You're supposed to be watching as you bake, as you cook, as you're doing anything in the kitchen. You want to watch so it won't burn. So our stove, I keep saying our stove, our oven has a light on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be looking through and seeing, and then when I think it's done to our liking, I will take a toothpick and then insert it, and if it comes out clean, then we're good to go, and take it out and let it cool. So while we are waiting, we can do our caramel sauce. All right. Okay, so this is my candy caramel that I use to make like caramel apples. I'm supposed to be making Oreos, so covered strawberries. So I brought a loaf because I sell stuff with caramel in it. So what we're going to do is you only need a little bit, so I just cut off a little square, and we're going to heat it up in the microwave. So I'm going to do it in 15-second intervals because I don't want it to overdo it, because I'm not doing it on the stove. I'm doing it the quicker way. You can heat it up on the stove if you would like, but I'm going to put it in the microwave. What your man going to do? We're going to watch it together. So you can go ahead and put it in the microwave for 15 seconds and come back and we'll see if it needs to happen. While she's putting it in the microwave, I do have the caramel polish that came with the Ghirardelli brownie box. This is already like in this liquid form. So what I'm going to do is, once that comes out, I'm gonna add this in as we're doing. Okay, so we did 4 seconds, no, 4 15-second intervals. So we did put it in the microwave for 15 seconds 4 times. We took it out in between.
Not consecutively.
We took it out in between and, did a little stir. Okay, so it was from the loaf, and now we are able to stir it. Soft, gooey, and it smells really good to me. So here's a drip test. Did I get that on camera? Okay, we're doing that one more time. Is this good? Angle? Okay. You want to have the drip test where it falls off the spoon.
Okay guys, so we just took our brookie out of the oven, and so first of all, those poke little holes are where she was poking the thing to see if it was done. So I know that we said that we were recording after we were recording, that we were layering and doing the brownie at the bottom and the cookie at the top, but I think because we ended up doing 2 parts brownie to 2 parts cookie, and because of the way 2 parts brownie and 1 part cookie, I think, and because of the way I put it in there, I didn't put it completely covered because I thought it was gonna spread completely out. It ended up being swirled.
Went down instead of out.
But it's cute. I don't know why, but it looks like it's giving dinosaur. For some reason, I'm getting dinosaur vibes from it, like Jurassic Park, like footsteps. So I don't know why, but it's cute. So we're waiting for it to cool down. So remember, guys, this is one thing I do know, because you're gonna burn the crap out of yourselves. When you take something out, let it cool first before you cut into it and try to eat it or whatever. So yeah, how pretty it looks. Okay guys, so we are finally back. I already showed you guys over there. The brookie is out, but we put it on top of a cutting board. Excuse me, live audience, pipe it down. So we are putting it on here because we don't want to put it on top of the counter because it's straight hot and it's not a stove. But I wanted to show you guys because it's still not done. So this is the last step. We're going to be putting the caramel drizzle.
Okay, now you can wait till it fully, this is hot.
It's not done.
No. Okay, you can fully wait till it's cooled down, but with us, I kind of want my caramel to seep in without making it too gooey. So it's not, see, I can touch this, it's not, super hot. It has a little heat to it, but it's not, where I can't touch it. So what you're going to do is you take your spoon and your melted caramel. You should give it a little stir a few times if you have to. Does it need to go back in the microwave a little bit? No, it's good.
No, it's good. It's just a little, it is kind of hot. Pass me another time.
So you take your spoon and it should be melted down enough where you can,
I can actually grip it with it.
put it on with the spoon. So again, we have the drip test certified. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our melted caramel and we're going to drizzle it, or however you want to put it on. If you want to put that whole top and make it like that, what we're going to do, drizzle, I believe. So what we decided to do is we're going to do one more spoon of the delicious caramel.
I want to get a big chunk on this side too.
Okay, so
That's
now we have.
Hold on, let me just put some at the top. I did that.
Okay, can we get like a close zoom in?
One more again, yes, of course.
Yes, one more again while she has the spoon out the way. Well, she's putting the last caramel drizzle on.
Yeah, I'm just holding it to
So now we have.
Hold on.
Your hand's not in the way. We have
You're gonna make it like a steep
our homemade brookie. So again, we're gonna wait just a couple more minutes so it's cool. I don't want us to cool too much down because I like, you know, a little warm dessert. So this is how you make a homemade brookie. So
made
that
by the
one.
one and only JC. Period. With help of Terri D. Big TJ. Period. Okay guys, so it's fully cooled down. As you can see, look how good it looks. Can you see it? It's so cute. Okay, anyways, so it cooled down, the caramel is on it, and we're getting ready to taste it and let y'all know how it tastes. And we're gonna be 100% honest. 1, 2. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Cause I done did something.
This is good.
Okay, scale it.
1 to 10. 2. Say no, I'm just playing. This is 10.
Period, Destiny.
It tastes like I made it.
Period. Cameraman is behind, not cameraman. Camera woman is behind the camera smashing. How was it?
It was good.
Period. So apparently I can bake a little bit. Not by myself, really, but. And
10 out of 10. Let's try it again.
So yeah. I don't want to put this little clip in there of a taste testing thing. So that's really it for this video. So this video is going to, when the camera was off, we decided that we're going to make this a series because I have many series on my channel, and I decided that we're going to do like a little series of Terri teaching me how to bake things. So it would be greatly appreciated if you guys would either comment down below or go to my Instagram, which would be right here, and DM me or anything like that to tell me what type of recipes you think that Terri should teach me how to bake, and we'll try to bake that for you. And we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Anything else you have to say? Oh no.
I hope y'all enjoyed this, the start of a new series. And yeah, I had fun.
Look at that. Miss Hannah might be on camera. She did a whole video. So without further ado, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell so that you can be notified when I post something new. And share this, try this recipe out. Let me know if it tastes good as we think it tastes, because it's very good over here. So that's all I have to say, and I will see you in my next video.